Hi, my name is Sakoya Hart, and I am a double major here at UCSC, and I'm studying ecology and evolutionary biology and film and digital media studies. My experience studying away in Costa Rica as a white, female EOP and STEM student was life-changing to say the least, because I experienced a shift in how I view myself and how I identify in this world. Prior to Costa Rica, I wasn't the most confident student. I struggled a lot with my entry-level STEM courses, qualifying courses, such as math, general bio, general chemistry. I have a math learning disability, and so I had to work really hard at those classes, especially those that I found uninteresting, but were necessary to get me to the courses that I did find interesting. And so what I would do, I was a biology major and a film minor, is I would typically take a couple biology courses, and then that third class would be a film class to kind of create this balance between kind of the nitty-gritty STEM and have a film class as more of my easy creative outlet. And that's what worked for me during my sophomore year. But yeah, I still definitely was having a lot of struggles. I hadn't really found that coursework or outside of school research, volunteer opportunity that really made me feel fulfilled and sure about where I was headed with school. So when I applied for the program, it was kind of on a whim, and I just wanted to leave my options open for the incoming, my junior year. Because I was searching for something different, something more fulfilling. And so I applied to the Costa Rica Tropical Biology and Conservation Program. And I remember I submitted my application last minute. I think I even left work to go run my papers over to the study abroad office. But I got accepted, and then shortly after finals that spring quarter, I was writing my scholarship essay. Also just okay, let's see, this is a deadline, let's see if I get it. And turns out I got the scholarship, which was kind of okay, I got accepted, I have a little bit of money to help me out. We'll see, it's still a whole year off, we'll see if I go. And I had a lot of reluctance, especially when I talked about it. I was yeah, I got accepted into this program, but I don't know, I might go, we'll see, maybe. Especially because spring isn't as popular of a time to study abroad. Most people go in fall, and especially spring quarter. So for me, I was missing a time that most of my friends weren't studying abroad. They were all gonna go fall of senior year. And yeah, so I kind of the whole time had this narrative in my head, oh yeah, maybe we'll see, it's this option. And I remember coming into fall quarter, I went into financial aid to see what my package would be for the program. And I was short a good chunk of money to where I don't think I would have been able to participate on the program. And after speaking with my study abroad advisor and my financial aid advisor, I was actually able to find a way to pay for that difference. I'm a EOP student and come from a low-income background, and so I wasn't going to be awarded my work study when I was abroad, but they were able to help me out and allow me funding so I could participate on the program. And so that was kind of just another thing, oh wow, they're really helping you out in going here and they're supporting you for this experience. But I still was we'll see. And even up until the withdrawal deadline, I remember going in and talking to Chris, my study abroad advisor at the time, being oh, what if my GPA drops? What if this happen? Kind of just well, is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Doubting. I don't even know what I was doing. And it got to a point where I would come in and talk with him. He's no, you're getting on the plane. You're going. And I'd be okay, I'm going. And then once I made that switch and just accepted, okay, I'm gonna go have this experience, let's see what happens. That was kind of the start of me perceiving myself differently. So ultimately, I'm so thankful that I got on that plane and that I went to Costa Rica, because I was able to do things that I wouldn't have been able to do here in terms of research and film. So going into the program, I thought I was just going to solely be doing biology courses. It was tropical biology and conservation. I was taking 19 units. I was like, okay, I'm in real biology school, let's go. And it turns out there was a nature filmmaking elective that the director of the program, Frank Joyce, was reintroducing, but it was kind of the guinea pig year. And me coming in, I was like, I'm a film minor. What can I do? What is this about? I treated it really seriously and got really excited about it. And I ended up not only doing research on a tropical species of bee that are really amazing called orchid bees, but I also made a film about them, a short documentary film that I did during that time of crazy hectic 2 weeks of gathering data and writing and doing analysis and everything. I also whipped out this film, which for me taught me that I was capable of more than I thought, and that doing research and science and conservation work was possible alongside film. And that I never saw the two connections. People would see me as a minor and a major, and they would say, oh, you want to do a documentary? And I'd be like, no. But then I actually experienced it and did it, and I started to perceive myself differently. And there was a time when I was hiking out to gather data, do some filming, and I kind of realized, like, wow, you're really living out this like 8-year-old dream that you had of being this conservationist. So without a doubt, I know that I wouldn't see myself the same way as a biologist and as a filmmaker, having not participated on the Costa Rica program. I'm now a double major in film and biology, and without that experience, I wouldn't be that, and I wouldn't be who I am today. So I encourage all of you, although it may be daunting and very intimidating to go to another country and study abroad, because you don't know how it's going to change how you perceive yourself, to do it. If you have the means necessary, go for it, and we will help you every single step of the way.